All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier self hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, I can definitely feel, like I was sharing with you last week, the power of taking time off and replenishing. I can definitely feel the after effects of doing that. And in the same breath, so it's like today was like a conscious downtime. And yet I still made time to briefly talk to a couple of clients and get set for the next couple of days. And I also have friends who are going to be visiting from out of town. These are literally like my, as we call them, chuddy buddies, people I've known for decades. Um, so, in preparation for the time together, I also knew that tomorrow will be a work day, and then I'm taking about a day or two off. So, it was beautiful. Like last week, my downtime was Saturday. Um, and knowing what the schedule was going to be, I made today the downtime just, for me to be with me. But even while I did that, and I wanted to take this moment to recognize that conscious awareness of what I was doing through the day. The pod for today, what we're talking about is something that is so important, especially as digital coaches in the life of us as digital coaches. Accountability is something that is so critical, so vital. I'm saying this because obviously for many years, many decades, um, one part of me wanted accountability, one part of me did not want accountability. And I've seen the benefits and the fallout of not having accountability or not wanting to be accountable. And of course, how life changes when when we are willing to be accountable. And when I was, I've seen the pure majesty of being able to uh, work together with people who are aligned to my goals, my vision. So as I was reflecting on the day, that's one of the reasons why it just feels natural to record the live, and now of course which you get to watch as a pod. And of course, the Insta reel is inspired by this sharing here with you. So, as I was thinking about the the way the week has been, and of course the way the conversations that I've had with fellow coaches and friends, and fellow travelers, as we like to refer to ourselves. um, it is so important to be able to have accountability. It is so important to be able to have people who understand what you're going through, because they themselves are either going through it right now, or they have been through it in the past, or some way they know that they will, right? Because the life of a digital coach is different. The life of a digital coach is something that only another digital coach can understand. So maybe if your spouse is not a digital coach and is instead a salary employee, regardless of how senior they may be, up the totem pole, as they say, it doesn't matter, right? They will not truly be able to understand what it means to be a digital coach unless they themselves are, right? So, in that uh, wonderful mix, that cauldron, it is so important to actually have uh, other people who they get you, they understand what you're going through, and in when we talk about accountability, one is how you show up. Two is who you're being when you show up. And, you know, what is your ability, your capability, and your ability to be able to hold that space for the other person. If you take, even if you just take these three things away, right? Um, this can truly make a massive shift in your life, in your vocation, your calling, of course, your career, your business, your profitability. All of that will massively shift. And just saying, if you've been told about Think and Grow Rich, if you've read Think and Grow Rich, maybe now's the time to reread it or read it for the first time. I will, put a link in the description in case you've never heard of Think and Grow Rich, or maybe you heard about it but somehow you never could get yourself to read it. In fact, I have it literally right here on my desk, and it's a visual reminder for me. And of course, I keep listening to the audio version of Think and Grow Rich as well. And one of the aspects, one of the secret successes, if you want to call it that, but not so secret, of digital coaches, or for that matter, anybody who has a mission and really wants to make a difference in your life, is having a mastermind. And part of a mastermind is accountability, right? So if you do not have that, now's the time to begin. So I just thought I'd, share this with you because I know it can truly make a difference in your life. And before I go, just a reminder, if you're somebody who, if you're a digital coach, you've been doing this for a while, maybe you even started the, before the digital era and before COVID happened. And now you're at that point where you've already invested your time and your money in building and buying tools and, learning technology, and of course, working with mentors. But somehow when you look at your bank balance, it doesn't reflect what's going on, right? If that is you, then I can definitely tell you that the one missing piece is your, it's literally like your, what I like to refer to as your, um, you've been looking at the wrong beliefs, meaning you're actually trying to change negative self beliefs about you, about money. Instead, if you actually start to focus on powerful, positive self beliefs, and maybe you've tried it before and it's not worked, I can tell you that self hypnosis is something that will actually make that shift in you effortlessly. Again, don't take my word for it. That's the reason why I've created this workshop, which is called Mera Number Kab Aayega. And as the name suggests, if you are in that zone where you're like, I see other people around me succeeding, Mera Number Kab Aayega, then the steps are pretty straightforward. There is a link in the description. You click on it, you'll be able to come and be part of my Sunday workshop, which happens at 11 a.m. And once you experience the workshop, you will get a first-hand experience of what is self-hypnosis and how, like, why am I saying this? Like why will self-hypnosis make that shift? And like our tagline is to maximize your market value, which means when you start to create new, powerful, positive self beliefs, and you truly, truly start to believe that you are worthy, that you, whatever you're saying, whatever you're creating is of value, it'll show up in the way whether you do your webinars, whether you do content, whether you're just, meeting people now in the physical world, because meetups also do happen in the physical world. So regardless, right, you will just show up in your best version, and people will literally pay you whatever you're asking for because of the value that you're creating. So if this sounds like, okay, I've tried everything else, I've not really looked at this, come join me. And there is a growing community now. So come join us and see how you can literally shift things around, right? So I look forward to seeing you at this workshop. And before I go, If you have any questions, please drop a comment. If you're watching this on my YouTube podcast channel, please like and subscribe, because that is how more people get to know about this if you found this valuable. And I'll say it again, if you found this valuable, please like and subscribe. And if you're watching this on Facebook, whether it's live or if you're watching this on my page, definitely, in addition to doing this, please, ask your questions, because your questions are what help me also shape the content that I'm creating for you, right? Because I've been doing this now for closer to about 300 days, literally every single day, right? And as a fellow content creator, you know that is not just a brag. It takes a lot to be able to do it, but the beautiful part is it's just happened effortlessly, and it happens every day effortlessly. So, last but not the least, if there's any way in which I can help you, just drop me a message, and I'll do whatever I can in my part to be able to help you. So, with that, I will, of course, be back tomorrow for another pod. And before I go, just remember to live with purpose. So, have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.